Hello and welcome to another episode of Late Night Lockdown with me, your host, Dick Gibbons. That's right, we have a great episode lined up for you today, but before we begin, we have to, of course, get through these jokes. So let me just get right into it. I saw that Florida finally opened up their beaches again to the public, which once again reinforces their state motto, "We make dumb look stupid." I saw that in Omaha, Nebraska, a grandmother threw her grandson an in-home prom. Now, the joke I wanted to make for this setup was in such bad taste that I figured I'd let you fill in the blanks for me, because I know that your fucked up brains is going to make it even worse than I could have ever wanted it to be. Take that, your brain. I also saw that the annual Smallest Dick Convention was in full swing last week in Michigan, and they were... Hold on a second. I'm sorry. It was a protest for the stay-at-home order that the Michigan governor had given to the state. And hold on 1 minute. Okay, so the Small Dick Convention was going on at the same time, so a lot of them were sort of mixing. It was hard to tell, really, the difference between all of them. I saw that in Wyoming, the Girl Scouts donated 8,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies to the healthcare workers there in Wyoming, which was very nice. And when the healthcare workers opened the boxes up, they looked inside and they were like, it's not face mask and rubber gloves? Because we could have really used some face mask and rubber gloves. That would have helped with what's going on. And I mean, cookies are fine. I mean, thanks for the cookies. All right, guys, let's get right to the show. I have a great guest lined up for you this episode. You're going to love him. Casper Kelly, the mastermind behind the juggernaut Too Many Cooks, one of the creators of Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. On and on and on his credits go, but I'll let him and me talk about them right now in the talkie area. Let's go over there right now, shall we? All right, everybody, we are here in the City Down area with my buddy Casper Kelly. Casper, thanks for joining me tonight. It's great to have you on the show.
My pleasure, Mr. Gibbons.
I had promised you the other day that we would have a beer together on the show. I normally don't drink on the show, but because I promised that, do you have a beer handy, or you have one on you right now? You don't feel pressure.
I have one that I'll expertly mime. Glass.
I have one over here that I will take sips of, but I won't ever have that on camera because I don't want to sully my image.
Your image is pretty sullied, so
that's fine, and that's fine. It's good to have an image at least. Now, is that your gaming setup that you're wearing right there?
No, this is my podcasting thing that a podcast sent to me so that the audio would sound good. I'm using it for you, even though you're not that podcast, because you're a talk show.
That's right. I have a lot of very expensive cameras in my room right now that the work has sent home with me to shoot my other show on. I might have used it for this show at some point. Don't tell anybody.
Will you move the hand on my body to do this?
Yes. Oh, nice. You're the first person to get me to move the dummy around so that it mimics their actions. That's great. I love that. I'm here at your disposal. They call me the Puppet Master. And how is your quarantine going? Anything exciting happening these days?
I did a podcast a couple hours ago called "Well, This Isn't Normal," and that was fun.
Was that
I had to plug a rival?
It's not. No, we're not rival. None of us are rivals in this whole situation.
Piece of entertainment. You're all together in this lockdown, right? You're all supporting each other.
Exactly. Now, I'm assuming by the title of that this is a recently minted podcast.
Yes. You and Ed, I think, are the only people that have created new content based on the quarantine.
No. Dave Willis already pointed out that there's a lot of horrible lockdown content going on right now, and I told him to quickly to be quiet.
I started one too.
Yeah?
I started a talk show. It's called Midnight Move Don't, and
I like it. It's all about alliteration, really. That's how you meant a good podcast. This is not a podcast. I don't want to even be in the same pantheon as... They're not worthy to lick my boots. This is a late night talk show, not a podcast.
It's a late night talk show.
That you can watch any time of the day, and that is usually shot in the afternoon sometime, which is what most late night shows are shot. They're shot during the day.
Production value is every bit as good.
I try my best. I mean, we got a 3-camera setup here. Of course, 2 of the cameras are iPhones, but...
I do have a question, though, do you take suggestions for your show?
Oh, sure, yeah, I'd love anything you got.
Have you considered you may not have another one handy, but another dummy body and another iPad so you can have a sidekick like an Andy Richter or...
Oh, that's a great idea. Any suggestions for my site? That's the hard part, is picking a good sidekick. Someone that's willing to just take it, not be the top banana.
Well, I would recommend a rotating group, but knowing you, if there's a way to make it also you, I think you would love that.
As much as I can be in front of the camera, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna tout some of your accomplishments, if you'll allow me, to our viewers who may not be versed in your career.
Well, they are. I'm famous. They know.
I'm not. Then I won't say anything. I want to start with Stroker and Hoop, if you'll let me. When I was a big fan of Adult Swim starting out as a youngster, not working there, but just a mere fan on the other side of the TV watching, that was one of the shows I really enjoyed. I really liked that show a lot. And then come to find out later, after meeting you and then working for you and then befriending you, that was your baby.
And then we worked together.
I know, but it's taken a while though. It was a rocky road, but we eventually got there. It's crazy to me that I was a huge fan of these shows, and now I'm working side by side with these people that I was a fan of.
I feel that way too. That it's crazy being a fan of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and then working with Dave Willis. But there's one thing I do have one quibble. You said we work side by side. Usually I'm on your shoulders.
Yes.
Because that makes us taller and then more imposing.
Well, we have that big trench coat that we wear, and we walk around the office, and we demand people get us desserts.
I think we would be more successful. We're doing something wrong. You're the one with the charisma. You should be on my shoulders.
Yeah, but I've got the leg strength. I've got the real strong, Olympic-style leg strength, so I can carry you on there with no problem.
I'm the dead weight in this because I have no leg strength or charisma, and I think I'm holding us back. I'm not saying you should dump me. I don't want you to do that as a creative partner, but I'm just warning you that I might be holding you back. But okay.
Well, we'll figure it out. Maybe we can get you into the gym and do some leg lifts. We'll work those leg muscles up. I don't like people, and I don't like talking to people that I don't know. But you are a master at it, and I watch you, and I'm jealous of you. You just go up and you get right in there and talk to people. I think that's an amazing gift that you have.
Well, that's very kind of you. I love talking to people. I don't think it translates necessarily on camera, like how you can carry a show with people or by yourself. But thank you. I do like people. Are you buttering me up to be your sidekick? No.
The job's open. The job you created is open for anybody, really.
Although that person really just listens and laughs.
I think that was true in the old days, but I think now with your Andy Richters, I think you get a good, smart, funny guy in there, then they're a utility player at that point, and you can throw to them.
This is inside baseball, but Aqua Teen and Squidbillies editor Ned Hastings is William Street's own Ed McMahon.
He really is. He really is. He's a great laugher. You want him in your read-throughs. You want him in your edit reviews. He's got a great laugh, and he laughs at almost in everything.
If you just videotape 5 seconds of him laughing and have it on a soundboard for the sidekick character, that's all you need. That's all you need. Yes, and by the way, at Adult Swim, he is someone we would always try to have at our table reads, especially if there's execs there to see if they like the script, because he was a dependable laugher. Yeah. A nice, hearty, baritone laugher.
That is
always good to have in the room.
I want to throw this out there, a little behind the curtain as well. You're coming in crystal clear. Like, you're the clearest person I've had on here, and I have to think it's because we live about a mile apart.
Yes.
But we hardwired our houses together so that we'd get a better picture.
Really, it was for the phone sex, but this is a side benefit.
It helps. It definitely helps for this, for sure. And the other stuff is good too. Now, I've talked to several members of the Your Pretty Face team. You guys are an easy get. I know where you live.
And we're a happy family.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Which you're a proud member.
I will say, of all the shows I've worked on, I mean, everyone involved in that show is delighted beyond belief to work on that show and has so much fun, which is a testament to you and a testament to the team. Are there any stories from set that particularly stuck in your crawl space or that you like to tell?
I assume Henry has told the ones about his asshole or the peanut butter.
No. Oddly enough, we didn't get around to assholes or peanut butter in his interview. There were lots of other fun stuff talked about, but that wasn't one of them. So, assholes, peanut butter, free game. Let's go for it.
Here's a story about Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. It stars Henry Zebrowski, who, that character, Gary, is a low-level demon, and he gets humiliated a lot, and gets in some physical mess. Like, one time we covered him in peanut butter. First of all, he's covered in red paint. He's often almost nude, so his whole body has to be covered in red paint. And he's game. He's trying to trick a monster down there to eat him, so he covers himself in real peanut butter, because we're not the type of company that would figure out what looks like peanut butter on the camera, but is a lot less inconvenient. But he said that actually was great for his skin, factoid. And then we had an episode where he goes to heaven and he smuggled a bunch of dynamite in his posterior to blow up heaven. And also tiny demons are also in his posterior. And that episode has a lot of nudity. He's game. He's just a very wonderful, good-natured, funny human being. He's improvising and doing his stuff nude, and then he's got a freeze or whatever while he changes a lens or something, and he says he knows his asshole's just hanging out, and he looks back, and there's just a gaffer right behind him adjusting some stuff. That's just right. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
I will say the one thing I'm most thankful for on that show was not being the editor that had to edit that Heaven episode, because there is reams and reams of footage of that sweet young man's butthole that I didn't have to look at. I don't know whose decision that was, but yeah, I need to give them a fruit basket this Christmas or something. I want to jump into the thing that sort of dug your heels into the pop culture realm as a hero, which of course was Too Many Cooks.
What's it called again?
It's Too Many Cooks. It's Too Many Cooks.
What?
There's a song that sort of gets stuck in your head if you watch it for days and days on end.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yes. Did you have any idea it would be what it became?
No, I told you early on. I think I told you have to do this because it'll either flop terribly or it's going to be the most amazing thing anyone's ever seen. Because you were on the fence at the beginning about even doing it. You were like, I don't know.
I'm glad you worked on it.
Yeah, it was a
And wait a minute, you're also in it. Aren't you a cop?
I'm a cop. Yeah, I'm a cop in it. My daughter's in it too.
Oh, your daughter steals the show in it.
Yeah, little Jenny Gibbons eating a cracker. That's the only way we could get her to cooperate, was to give her some cheese crackers. I was just there that day on the set, and I think my wife had brought the kids by, or brought my daughter by. I don't think I had 2 kids at the time yet, but they were like, hey, can we use her in the scene? And I was like, okay. But that was one of the first scenes that the killer appeared. So she became this icon, and all the people doing these videos finding the killer in the first time, and she was in one of the scenes with the killer. So she became, a phenom. She got an internet movie database page about her. She's inconsolable now, as you can imagine.
It's all gone to her head.
It's all gone to her head. She's like...
And for the Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell fans, the episode where Gary becomes the leader of this foot cult.
Yes.
Because of his tiny feet.
Yes.
Those tiny feet also belong to Jenny Gibbons.
And I think we have now set a precedent that every project you work on from here on out, at some point you need to have her be in it in order for it to be successful. I think
you're right.
I mean, I'm not a superstitious guy, but that all to me says irrefutably she's got to be in your next project.
She's the magic totem.
I think so. You have two girls at the house. How are they dealing with the whole not going to school thing? Are they digging it, or are they not cool with it?
One misses the extroverted one is definitely missing her friends. The introverted one is kind of doing pretty great. Yeah, they're both happy. Yeah, they're both doing good. One of them, her school had virtual recess, which is just a fancy word for them all on the Zoom together. What an interesting memory they'll have growing up, this big thing that everyone in the country did.
Yeah,
what's it going to be like for the next 2 years? Like, are we going to need to wear masks when we're around each other? And is that, because I'm just selfishly thinking, is that going to affect everything we shoot? Because I don't want to have to shoot movies and TV shows where everyone's wearing masks in the show.
Think about it this way, though. If everyone in the scene is wearing a mask, especially how we do Pretty Face, you'll be able to ADR so much shit. You'll be able to change the script. Like, oh, that scene's not working. Let's ADR some other stuff in there. Like, it'll be a miracle salve to fix any script issues. You could go in with a half-written script and say, all right, we kind of got an idea, but we got to shoot this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so maybe it's the answer to all our prayers.
And the actors won't have to remember their lines as hard anymore.
Exactly. It could all be post. In a beautiful soundstage. One of my first interviews was Mr. John Mangan, who you know from a little project that we worked on together called Final Deployment. Woefully underwatched, I think, on YouTube.
But I would say it's beloved.
I think so.
Most people have seen it.
Here's the one thing I will say. It doesn't have the view count I would love for it to have, but the percentage of thumbs ups to thumb down for how many people have watched it is insanely positive, and you don't see that really on YouTube videos much. It's crazy how many people love it as opposed to don't like it. So that speaks volumes for it, I think. We wrote this insane script, and they were like, we can shoot this in it was 2 days, right? With 2 day shoot for the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
And the craziest thing for me was Shane, the guy that does all the makeup, and he's just an artist with all of that special effects makeup for Your Pretty Face Going to Hell. He worked on this for us. He created the alien for us. And we kept saying to him over and over again, we just need something from the chest up. We get there the day of the shoot. He has a full head to toe outfit for this guy to wear. And it's incredible. It's like, wow, I wish there was any scene in this thing where we see the alien from head to toe. We just don't. But that's okay. I guess it'll help the actor get into character a little better, I suppose.
Also, Shane is very resourceful. He's probably reused that costume many times since then.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's more, yeah.
I talked to Matt Servito on the show, and he told me to tell you hello.
What a wonderful man. What a wonderful, nice man. I remember when he first came to the costume fitting, and here he was, this great actor from so many things, and I was very nervous that he had even agreed to do our show. And they were fitting him with yak fur legs and a giant cod piece, and I'm like, he's going to call us agent and quit this show. He's going to look at this and quit. But no, he was totally into it. He didn't get to do a lot of comedy leading up to that. He was very excited. Every convention we go to, there's people cosplaying as it, and people have gotten tattoos of it, so there's a lot of fan art, so I'm happy.
Well, don't worry. If my view count is any indication, once this episode hits, people are going to be flocking to Hulu to see all the episodes for free on Hulu. Hulu, the home of Adult Swim. Thank you so much for joining me, Casper. It's been a lot of fun talking to you, reminiscing. I miss you. I used to get to see you in the office a lot, but now, of course, we can't see each other. But this has been a treat and a half.
My pleasure. I'm sorry I ran out of time. I was going to sing Billy Joel, It's Always a Woman. But
I know, but I've run into, I love having singers on the show. I monetize my videos, not that because it makes me any money, and it never has, but doing that, if there's any music in the show that's copyrighted, you will get a thing that says, oh, the copyright owner has noticed that this is here. Any money made off of this will go right to them. The joke's on them because 100 views ain't gonna get you no money. So fuck you, motherfucker.
How good is that algorithm? Like, if I sing, and you know how I sing.
Yeah.
Would the algorithm be able to catch that, or it's like, I don't know what the hell's happening?
It might kick the video out because it's like there's something wrong with the audio in this video, so we're gonna take it off so you can re-upload it maybe. Thank you so much, Casper.
Alright,
And we will be right back right after this. Don't let erectile dysfunction put your life on hold. Selecton. Selecton is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Selectron if you're taking nitrate for chest pain or certain alpha blockers for prostate problems. If you're between the ages of 27 and 78, do not take Selectron. If you've ever been to the zoo, seen a dove monkey or a giraffe, do not take Selecton. If you've ever punched a nun in the face and then eaten a live puppy, do not take Selecton. If you enjoy breathing, do not take Selecton. If your name starts with a letter in the first half of the alphabet and you accidentally touch a caplet for Selecton, have the finger, then touch the caplet, remove, bury the finger immediately 6 feet under the earth's surface. Change your name and move to Wyoming. If you've ever taken Selecton, do not take Selecton. Some side effects of Selecton may include death, dying, loss of life. If you experience a painful erection lasting more than 2 weeks, that's not our fault. You're just an idiot. Why the hell didn't you call a doctor? What's your problem? Seriously. Selecton. A little way that we've been keeping sane in this pandemic is taking little nature walks on trails where there aren't many people, or any people for the most part. And I just wanted to share some of the thoughts. Thought it'd be a good segment if one were to pop up for the show, and I'm calling the segment Nature Thoughts. Nature Thoughts. You know, being out here in nature like this, it really makes me wonder, like, if you were laying on your side and you had explosive diarrhea and vomiting at the same time, would you like do a spin? Nature Thoughts. Pine cones. Nature's turds. Nature Thoughts. A lot of trees out here in nature, and can't help but think to myself, when is it enough, God? Nature Thoughts. Seen a lot of flyers on trees out here, and it's kind of makes me think it's the same thing as ripping someone's flesh off and then stapling it to them. Nature Thoughts. Ever think about how impractical a monocle is? Nature Thoughts. Lots of things out here in nature that I just don't understand, like trigonometry. Nature Thoughts. Just thinking about, two things that people really like in life. One is like a good buffet, and the other one is babies. People love those two things. And I'm just trying to figure out a way you could combine those two to make something even better for people to love, but I just can't put my finger on it. Nature Thoughts. There's some things out here in nature that you can do that you just can't do in the city, like hide bodies. Hoodlums vandalizing the woods. It's shameful. Can you just leave it alone? It's beautiful without your tag. Well, that's all the thoughts I got in my head on this trip. Maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we won't. Nature Thoughts. Nature Thoughts, that's a bit I just did, and you watched it. And now I have a wonderful singer lined up for you guys. I get the best talent because I care about you and I want you to be happy. And in order to do that, I bring you amazing talent like my next guest. Gina Rickicki is going to sing us a beautiful song with her beautiful voice. Take it away, Gina.
Smile when your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you'll get by. If you smile through your tears and sorrow, smile, then maybe tomorrow you'll see the sun come shining through for you. Just smile, light up your face with gladness, hide every trace of sadness, although a tear may be ever so near. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use in crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. That's the time you must keep on trying. Smile, what's the use in crying? You'll see that life is still worthwhile if you just smile.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you so much. That was beautiful, and I teared up a little bit during the song. It's a beautiful song, And yes, I have emotions. I do, okay? I'm a normal person just like you. Not like you. You can go fuck yourself. I know what you're thinking. And you're like, oh no, he's just like me. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm not like you. I'm not, okay? Everyone else, yes. But you can go. You can just go away. Scamper off, okay? Go back and hide in the corner. Because no, I'm not like you. Rest you people, I'm very much like you. There's just one guy out there who thinks I'm like him. And I'm not like him. Okay? Thanks for watching the show this week, folks. I want you to join me again. We're going to have another wonderful show coming up very soon. Please keep your eyes peeled. Share this on your interwebs with your friends. We need to get people to see this. I mean, come on, it's a wonderful thing, and I'm sharing I'm bearing my soul to you people on a daily, weekly basis, and I want you to share it with other people because that's the way the ring works. 7 days. See you guys next time, everybody. Bye.